Elias stared at the complex numbers on the page. They swam before his eyes, a jumbled mess of symbols and signs. He felt a familiar tightness in his chest. Math had always been his nemesis, a source of endless frustration. This year, Professor Kovář's class on complex numbers felt like an insurmountable wall. Elias dreamed of a future in physics, a field that spoke to his curiosity about the universe. But his math struggles felt like a heavy anchor, dragging him down. He felt like a fraud, an imposter among brilliant minds. His classmates seemed to grasp complex numbers effortlessly. He envied their confidence, their ease in a world that felt alien to him. Elias started to doubt his dreams. Maybe he wasn't cut out for physics. Maybe he should just give up and choose a different path. The thought filled him with a deep sense of sadness. He didn't want to give up, but the struggle felt too great. One evening, lost in his usual state of mathematical despair, Elias stumbled upon a quote by Marie Curie. "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." The words resonated deep within him. He realized that his fear of failure was holding him back. He had to confront his fear, to understand the enemy that seemed so daunting. A new resolve filled Elias. He decided to change his approach, to face the challenge head-on. He wouldn't let complex numbers defeat him. He would conquer them, step by step, until they held no power over him. He would prove to himself, and to Professor Kovář, that he was capable of understanding even the most challenging concepts. He started by revisiting the basics, meticulously working through every definition, every theorem. He spent hours in the library, poring over textbooks, watching online lectures, and practicing problems. His days became a blur of equations and graphs, but he pushed himself, fueled by a burning desire to prove himself. The journey was arduous. Elias encountered countless obstacles, moments when he felt like giving up. But he persevered, clinging to his newfound determination. He broke down complex problems into smaller, manageable pieces. He sought help from his classmates, swallowing his pride and asking for explanations. He discovered the power of collaboration, of learning from others. He formed study groups where he could share his struggles and learn from his peers. The once solitary battle against complex numbers became a shared journey, a testament to the power of teamwork. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, things began to change. The fog of confusion started to lift. Concepts that once seemed impenetrable began to make sense. Elias felt a surge of satisfaction as he solved problems that had once left him stumped. He was no longer drowning in numbers. He was starting to swim. With each small victory, Elias's confidence grew. He started participating more in class, no longer afraid to voice his thoughts or ask questions. He embraced the challenge of solving problems at the blackboard, his initial nervousness giving way to a quiet determination. Professor Kovář, known for his impassive demeanor and rigorous teaching style, began to take notice. He saw Elias's transformation, the spark of determination in his eyes. He started calling on Elias more often in class, challenging him with increasingly difficult questions. Elias rose to the challenge, his answers becoming more assured, his explanations clearer. The once dreaded classroom became a battleground where he honed his skills, his fear replaced by a growing sense of mastery. He realized that true understanding came not from memorization, but from deep engagement with the subject matter. One day, during a particularly challenging problem, Elias presented an elegant solution, his logic flawless, his explanation clear and concise. A hush fell over the classroom as Professor Kovář, for the first time, raised an eyebrow in genuine surprise. He nodded slowly, a rare smile flickering across his face. "Very well done, Elias," he said, his voice devoid of its usual gruffness. "Very well done indeed." Those words, spoken with grudging respect, meant more to Elias than any accolade he could have imagined. They were a testament to his hard work, his perseverance, his transformation from a struggling student to a budding mathematician. The classroom, once a source of dread, became a place of excitement and discovery. Elias found himself looking forward to Professor Kovář's lectures, eager to unravel the mysteries of complex numbers. He had discovered the joy of learning, the thrill of conquering a challenge that had once seemed insurmountable. As the semester drew to a close, the looming shadow of the final exam cast a nervous tension over the class. Elias knew that this was his ultimate test, the culmination of months of hard work and dedication. He had come a long way, but the pressure was immense. He doubled down on his studies, reviewing every concept, every problem set, every note he had taken. He practiced solving problems under timed conditions, pushing himself to think quickly and accurately. He knew that the exam would be grueling, a true test of his understanding. The night before the exam, Elias lay awake, his mind racing with equations and theorems. He felt a knot of anxiety in his stomach, but it was different this time. It wasn't the paralyzing fear of the unknown, but the anticipation of a seasoned warrior, ready to face his final battle. The exam was everything Elias had expected and more. It was a gauntlet of complex problems, designed to test the limits of their understanding. But Elias was ready. He tackled each problem with a calm focus, his pen gliding across the paper, his mind sharp and alert. Hours later, as he emerged from the examination hall, he felt a wave of exhaustion wash over him. But it was a good kind of exhaustion, the kind that comes from pushing yourself to your limits and emerging victorious. He didn't know what his grade would be, but he knew that he had given it his all. When the results were finally posted, Elias's heart pounded in his chest as he scanned the list. And there it was, next to his name, a plus. He had done it. He had conquered complex numbers, and in the process, he had conquered his own self-doubt. The A+ was more than just a grade. It was a symbol of his transformation. It represented his unwavering determination, his resilience in the face of adversity, his growth from a hesitant student to a confident scholar. He had proven to himself that he was capable of achieving anything he set his mind to. The experience had changed him profoundly. He was no longer afraid of failure, but embraced it as an opportunity for growth. He had discovered the joy of learning, the thrill of tackling challenging problems, the satisfaction of mastering a difficult subject. And as he looked towards the future, he did so with a newfound sense of confidence and purpose. He knew that the road ahead would be filled with challenges, but he was no longer afraid. He had faced his demons and emerged stronger, ready to embrace the complexities of the universe with the same determination and grit that had carried him through his battle with complex numbers. Elias's journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of embracing challenges, and the transformative nature of education. It is a reminder that our greatest obstacles often lie within ourselves, and that overcoming them can lead to remarkable personal growth. His story is an inspiration to anyone who has ever struggled with self-doubt, to anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by a challenge. It reminds us that with hard work, determination, and a willingness to embrace the struggle, we can achieve even the seemingly impossible. And as Elias embarked on his journey to unravel the mysteries of the universe, he carried with him the lessons he had learned in Professor Kovář's class lessons that extended far beyond the realm of complex numbers. He had discovered the power of resilience, the importance of self-belief, and the transformative potential of embracing the unknown.